Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. So I'm actually down here at my sports desk going over some information, and I have some stuff I've heard through the grapevines, okay? First of all, let me ask this. We have Cowboy fans who say, let Dak walk because we can't afford to pay Dak Prescott, that it's too much money. $40 million a year, that's crazy. Oh my God, no, no, no. Now, people are saying, well, hey, let's trade for Russell Wilson. Well, Russell Wilson, if you traded for Russell Wilson, his contract number for this year, I think, is 32. Hypothetically, what if you ended up getting a contract for less than that for Dak Prescott for this year? Currently, if we franchise tag him, which a lot of people say, franchise tag him this year and let him walk, he's a bum. Let him go. Well, yeah. Franchise tagging him would be the most expensive way for a single year to do this. Now, it's interesting because I was on the Twitter today and I saw a mock contract for a 4-year deal. 4-year deal with 160 million, I think 160 million, 120 of it guaranteed. 4-year deal. Now let's just kind of go through this. You may not be able to see this good because of the color, but just take my word for it. I'll post this actually, maybe it's the screenshot. But for 2021, what you could actually do is, okay, once you sign him to his guaranteed money of 120 million, and do this as a prorated bonus by saying 80 million is a signing bonus. That's 20 million each year. Right? And I talked about this before. I said you can get a team-friendly deal and kick some of that money down the road. So, $20 million prorated bonus 4 times, that gives you that 80. You could turn around and say, we're going to make your base salary $2 million this year. Next year, we're going to make your base salary $10 million. Third year, we're going to make it $13 million. And fourth year, we're going to make it $15 million. Okay? So check this out. You know what your cap number is? $22 million for this year. 38 for next year. Right now, we're talking about 37.7 for this year. Let me say that again. You're talking about 37.7 on a franchise tag this year. You don't get that number until the following year. And then another year down the road, it's 43, and then after that, it's 47. So this is how you get creative with a cap. Now, for those of you out there that are saying, you know what, the Cowboys and them aren't going to work out a deal, let me give you what I've heard through the grapevine. What's happened with the grapevine, you'll remember Todd France, my man Todd France over here, who was with CAA as an agent, had left that firm for Athletes First. That happened right at the beginning of the season, right, I think around September or so. He's been getting set up in this new firm and getting his stuff together and this, that, and the other, and has kind of put most of the big contracts and deals to the side. He's kind of ignored Dak Prescott's situation with Dak Prescott being injured. I'm told that Todd France is the holdup here, but I'm also told that the Cowboys and Dak Prescott will be meeting within the next 2 weeks, possibly as soon as next week. Now, the Cowboys, for their side, are trying to do their due diligence because they're concerned, and I'm sorry, I did not get the name of the ligament that is in the ankle, but they're concerned about how one of these ligaments in the ankle is going to heal, and to make sure that it's going to be where it should be, that there won't be any after effects from the injury. So what they're hoping to do is to be able to get this deal done before free agency starts, so that way they can end up getting some more cap room. That is the goal. By waiting as long as possible, they give Dak Prescott more time that they can go through and they can look and see how the ankle is so far healing. and where it stands, if there's going to be a problem, because you'll remember, and this is where the Cowboys are fortunate. Most people were concerned about Jalen Smith's foot ever coming back after the catastrophic knee injury. You'll remember his first year where he was signed, he couldn't do anything. He would have been a top 10 pick. He fell to the second round where we drafted him on the basis of our doctor saying that the foot will come back. Most people thought there's no chance of this ankle coming back because not just the knee injury itself, but the nerve damage, the drop foot syndrome that he had. The first year that he played for the Cowboys, where he could go straight ahead, and you saw with him having to stop and try and cover guys and plant, he could not because of the drop foot. And he had to wear this brace, which was basically a spring to keep pulling the foot back. You couldn't drive off of it. But it was the Cowboys doctors that said, yes, this thing can come back, in which case it did. And his third year was an incredible season. Don't know what happened after that. Maybe it's a change in defensive coordinators and system and all that. Hopefully he'll come back. But it's not a problem of physical ability or healing of the joint. So the Cowboys are trying to do their due diligence to make sure that before we put pen to paper, that there is no lingering effects from the ankle, which you kind of have to respect that from, the standpoint of before we sign, potentially a $200 million contract, we want to make sure we know what we're getting. It's not like going to 7-Eleven and buying a couple of bottles of wine. You can always say that was just some bad wine and pour it down the drain. When you sign a quarterback, as teams are finding out, it's not easy to deal with. On a side note, there's a lot of teams out there that truly would love to get their hands on Dak Prescott. And one that is relatively close to Dallas, who happens to have a house in Dallas, is praying that there's a chance that the Cowboys mess up. Who that am I talking about? I'll leave that up to your imagination. So that's where we are, guys. Dak Prescott, they should be renegotiating within the next 2 weeks. And hopefully they can hammer out a deal. The thing about Jerry Jones is when they can get in a room together, they work it out. But again, the big holdup is CAA. And we'll see how Todd France and stuff handles this situation now with a second go-round. And that's all I got for you. So haters, go ahead and tell me I'm an idiot. But you'll remember, I told you guys about Dak Prescott's second surgery, I believe 9 days ago. So there's that. Hi, I got work to do, guys. I will see you with the fireside chat in first thing in the morning. Be safe.